Ready to hear how the first market of 2025 went for us? It was rough.
Editing Beth here. The setup wasn't bad. We had a nice little corner location with a nice breeze in the greenhouse at the nursery. Ignore the grumpy 12-year-old in the corner there. But the setup was all right. We had plenty of space as we were one of the first ones there.
So this market is the first for the season for this particular event. They have done special event, single day vendor shows previously. This is the first time they are doing reoccurring weekly. Next week is a special event one. I am not registered for it. The special events are higher fees, and I'm also traveling to see some family next weekend. So this was their first for the season, the first for their weekly sort of reoccurring events, and the first for me at a reoccurring event. I have certainly done a number of shows where I participate in these vendors, these coordinators' events repeatedly, but they are, one each season or one a year for some of these Christmas shows. And so I do have repeat events that I do, but nothing on, a monthly or weekly basis. For this event, I did sign up for a pack of 4 for these, and I picked 4 dates throughout the spring that are outside of my kids' dance competition schedule, or that were. We've now had a competition date change. So I strategically planned my events. After how this show was, I now have a dilemma. So tell me in the comments what you think I should do here. So the show was pretty much a bust. It wasn't my worst show. That show, I barely even made my booth fee back. This one, I did make my booth fee in gross sales. However, I price my items at such a way to where the average quantity of items that I sell is figured into my item fees. So I typically sell a 40 items per event. And so I have my average booth fee broken up over 40 items. And so when I sell 40 items, I make my average booth fee back. So this time I sold 9 items. So nowhere close to making my booth fee back in that sort of line item structure way. I didn't pay a lot for the booth fee. The booth fee was, by the time you divide it against those 4 dates, the booth fee was only $32.50. So I made that gross amount back. It's just not where I would like to be. So with those 9 items, I had $112 in sales. With that, I also have to pay my kids because my children produce things for these markets. So 2 of those 9 items were crocheted by my teenager. So I then had to turn around and pay her labor fees, which cut into my profit and all of that good stuff. So the individuals who were coming to this were not aware that there was an event. They were coming to the nursery to prepare for spring, to buy flowers, to look at plants, whatever. So I'm not, outside of the Facebook events that I saw, I was tagged in, I shared, all that good stuff, I don't know what kind of marketing was done on top of that. I don't know what kind of what email list this nursery has, if they send out emails to all of their subscribers. I don't know how that went. There were multiple people who came in and took videos and said, hey, I'm going to post this and let everybody know that this kind of thing is going on. And then they certainly have their event next weekend on the 8th. that has a much larger span of vendors. They've got food trucks signed up for that, trying to do a Valentine's theme event. So the question is because this show was such a flop, I do have the option of signing up for either the Saturday of the 15th or what is that behind that, the 22nd. I'm trying to look at the calendar over my camera. So I could sign up for an additional weekend this month and try and make some extra money, because the proceeds from our craft shows do pay for my daughter's competition dance. And I don't know if y'all have any kids in traveling sports or competition sort of things. It's not cheap. On top of our monthly tuition, we've got competition fees that are due. We have more costume fees that we just wrapped up paying. And so when competition season comes around, we have like thousands of dollars in fees that we pay to facilitate our kids in building their self-esteem, building their confidence, working on team building, working on all the things that goes into showmanship and goes into, you know, being proud of who you are. There are so many individuals that don't know how to be in front of people or speak to people, and I feel that this is a real big benefit to them because we do homeschool. They don't get the variety of teachers that somebody in a public school has that goes to see a different teacher every 45 minutes. So having these opportunities to be on stage, to talk to people, to work on some of these other team building and emotional skills, the emotional regulation that comes with performing and being on stage. No matter how cruddy your last routine just went, you have another one in 15 minutes and you need to pull yourself together so you can get back up on that stage, because you can't perform if you've got mascara running down your face. So all those kind of things that goes into character building and professional development. There are so many things from fine arts and being on stage that apply to adulthood. Interviews, there is so much that can be taught from some of these non-traditional methods. And this is what my kids love. So this is what I help facilitate for them. It does come with a cost. And as I try to budget with all the other rising costs out there, it does get to be a lot. So do I add another date on my calendar in the hope that I can make a few extra bucks as the word of mouth gets around that these events are going on? Or do I save my Saturday and just stay home? I don't have anything else going on. For $32, or I think it was like $50 if you do a single Saturday. I would have to see what the coordinator would work out with me for that kind of thing. But it's, thoughts on what I should do? Leave a comment, let me know. Also, since I only sold 9 items, there's really no bestsellers in here. My bowling pin strike, which I have a pattern for, it's my own personal pattern, had a lot of conversation. One of the other vendors, almost a high school student, says he's on a bowling league and had wondered about doing some trades. And another kid came and purchased one when the sibling picked out another little animal. So I was happy to see strike up so many conversations. And then my cheeky turtle, which the people following my shorts apparently do not like the cheeky turtles. He has gotten so many dislikes. It's kind of sad, scary, I don't know. So the cheeky turtle was a hit. There was a couple that came in and found him absolutely hilarious and took him home. But if you are a fan of cheeky turtles, please go find my short and give it a like, because it was just funny. in my opinion, but apparently a lot of people were offended, upset by it. I'm not quite sure. So give it a like if you so desire there. Otherwise, certainly the chickens always get lots of talk, and the cats always get lots of talk. Mr. Speckled there, finished him up. I was able, so while I was at the show, because there was nothing going on, I did crochet a lovey that was a custom order, and then I was able to crochet most of him, which was a replacement as I sold one while we were there. So that was nice too. You know, I didn't even have to cancel out inventory for that purpose. Everything is up on my Shopify. It is the same price on my Shopify, because I run all of my sales through Shopify. It keeps all my inventory for me, all of that good stuff. So I don't ever have to bounce back and forth. If you see something on Shopify and you are local, you are welcome to select local pickup, and we can arrange for pickup. If you are not local, I do ship within the United States, so you are welcome to pick the shipping option there. If something comes up goofy as far as shipping, you are always welcome to message me, and we can try and double check the shipping there. Because I'm on just a basic Shopify, it doesn't give all of the discounts for the shipping options. And so sometimes there are some cheaper shipping things that we can figure out for that. Especially with multiple orders, I don't know how well it does with some of their shipping quotes on that. So reach out if you've got any questions on that. However, I will not do transactions over Messenger. Just saying, too many spammers out there, not doing it. So as far as that goes, that was my show. It was just really awful. It was also, there was only like 10 of us there, 10 vendors. And there were 3 people who had crochet. The person 2 booths down had bees, had a number of things that were the same as mine. She did not, and that was only, it was just a small section of her booth. Neither of the other crocheters had crochet in the name of their business, so I was kind of taken by surprise when I got there and they were set up. The other one was mostly flowers, and so our stuff did not, was not a direct competition, as I do not have any crochet flowers, so I wasn't as bothered by that. But the person who had crochet stuffies with a number of popular items overlapping just one booth away was a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. As far as the quantity of people that walked through, I think I did fairly well as far as making sales. So there is that. Out of the potential customers, I feel that I did well. Hopefully, as the season grows, there will be more customers, more word of mouth. Certainly, as the weeks pass, more people are looking at their gardens in spring and flowers. So there is that opportunity as well. So again, leave a message in the comments if you think I should do another event this month. Otherwise, my next one is not until March 1st. And certainly, if you want to hang around, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and follow us along this path. And certainly go check out that Cheeky Turtle short if you haven't seen it yet. Oh, also, I posted a review on a yarn winder. By the time this comes out, it'll be a couple days. So that came out Sunday night. So be sure to check out that, as my yarn winder had broken and I was looking for a new one. So I picked up one that I had seen some reviews on and seen some other sponsored reviews. My review is not sponsored. I purchased it out of my own money from Amazon. I do have an affiliate link there if you would like to pick it up yourself. You know, as the Amazon affiliates only make a couple cents, but every cent counts in this economy. So I definitely would appreciate that if you're going to spend the money anyway. I would definitely appreciate you doing it off the link. Again, hit that like and follow button and leave a comment below about the show. You guys take care.